let's look at how to connect your RoyalQ to your Binance account. Okay, so if you want to connect your RoyalQ to your Binance account, it's quite easy. But what I'm going to do at this moment, let me first take you to Binance and show you how to open up a futures account. Someone was asking me, how do we basically open up a futures account? So opening up a futures account is quite easy. So you have to come to your Binance account. On your home page of Binance, you're going to see a word futures down here. So the moment you click on futures, now, me personally, I've already opened up a futures account. But in most cases, you're going to see a word open up a futures account around this space, okay? You'll see a questionnaire or you'll see something telling you to open up a futures account. So the moment you click on it, you'll be requested to answer, to choose whether you're an inexperienced trader or an experienced trader. So the moment you click on experienced, sometimes they might bring you a simple questionnaire where you'll have to tick the boxes and then click on open account. Okay, so opening up a futures account is quite easy in Binance. You just open up your Binance, you'll see something small here, a small notice asking you to open up a futures account. You'll tap on it, you'll choose experienced, and then click on continue. So after doing that, you're basically going to come and click on these dots. Okay, you're going to click on these dots, and then you're going to choose preferences. Okay, the moment you click on preferences, there are basically three things we're going to tick, or we're going to select. You're going to check under position mode and make sure that here there is hedge mode. So I'll click on the arrow and make sure that I'm under hedge mode. Okay, after doing that, you're going to come here to pull asset mode and make sure it is single asset mode. So I'll check under and confirm whether it's single asset mode. So it's single asset mode. And then also I'll come here to unit preference, okay, and make sure that here it is USDT. So I'll check and confirm that it's in USDT, which is a tick. So after that, that basically shows or means that you've been able to successfully open up a futures account. So let me quickly run to how to connect the API binding. So API binding, you have to come to your RoyalQ and click on API. The moment you click on API binding, you're going to select Binance. Now, right now, I'm talking about Binance, a person who's going to connect their RoyalQ to your Binance. So I'll tap on Binance. And then since me personally, I've been trading using RoyalQ, I may have to replace the API. So if it's your first time to do the API binding, you simply what? You simply, you don't have to click on the word replace because you'll not even find it there. Now for my case, there is a word replace simply because my robot is already connected to my Binance. So I'm just going to click on the word replace. A person who is starting the business for the very first time and they're just doing the API for the very first time, this page will just be blank like this. It will be very blank, everything will be blank. Okay, now the moment I clicked on replace, the page was brought up to be blank, and then I'll minimize my screen, I'll come to my RoyalQ, and then I'll click on the dots here. I'll click on the dots, the lines in the top left corner, and then I'm going to click on more services down here, and then I'm going to search for API. I may click here and search for API. Let me write API. So they're going to bring me API management. I'll tap on it. The moment I tap on API management, I have to delete the previous API because I'm redoing the API again for the second time. So if you're redoing the API, you have to delete the previous API. If it's your first time, you simply click on the word create API. No, since I'm replacing my API, my Binance was already connected to RoyalQ. So I'm just replacing the API. So I'll have to delete this one, the previous one. So I'll click on delete. And then when I click on delete, I'll click on create API. So if you're a new person, you just click on create a new API or create API. So I'll click on create API, system generated, click on next, and then I'll enter RoyalQ. So I'll enter the word RoyalQ. Now, simply because I have two RoyalQ accounts connected to Binance, so I'll put RoyalQ2 so that I can be able to know which RoyalQ I'm connecting to Binance. So I'll tap on next, but for you can click on RoyalQ. You can just put RoyalQ. If you have one account of RoyalQ, you can just write the word RoyalQ. That's enough. Okay, so I'm going to put my security future, and then they'll bring me to this page. So this is the API I just created. So I'm going to click on edit, and then I'm going to click on the arrow pointing down here. I'll tap on the arrow. I'll scroll down. The moment I scroll down, okay, I'm going to tick restrict access to trusted IPs. I'm going to tick this one. And then after ticking that, I'm going to come and copy the secret key. So I'm going to long press, okay, copy the secret key, minimize, come to RoyalQ, and enter the secret key down here. Okay, you can see that I've entered it under secret key. So on RoyalQ here, I must copy the IP group binding. I must copy these numbers. I'll click on the word copy to copy the numbers and bring them to Binance. So when I come to Binance, I'm going to scroll and then I'll click on enter. So I'll make sure that I long press and then tap on paste and then tap on confirm. So after tapping on confirm, they're going to open up some boxes. So I'll simply click, I'll tick this one, enable spot and margin trading, and then I'll enable futures because RoyalQ trades both in the spot and in futures. So I would want to trade in both spot and futures. So I'll tick enable spot and margin trading, and then I'll enable futures. And then after doing that, I'm going to click on copy to copy the API key and take it to RoyalQ. I'll copy it, minimize, come to RoyalQ, and then I'll paste it under API key. After doing that, I'm going to minimize, come back to my Binance, and then I have to scroll up and then click on the word save. So I'm going to click on save, and then I'm going to enter my security future, and then they will show me that I've my API has been created successfully. So I'll come back to RoyalQ and then I'll click on send code. You're going to see a small box here having what send code. So the moment I tap on send code, they will send me a code in my in my Gmail. So let me go to my Gmail, and then this is the code. I'll long press and then copy and then bring the code and enter it down here under verification code. I'll enter it under verification code, that is the space, and then after that